Welcome to Face to Face. Our guests today are Supriya Saurabh Gupta. She is president of Saheli Boston, and Neelam Wali. She is the chair of advisory committee of Saheli. Saheli Boston is holding its annual meeting online on October 10th, Saturday. So we are going to talk to them about what is the agenda for the annual meeting and also what Saheli has been doing lately and how the demand for Saheli services is really growing in leaps and bounds. So Supriya and Neelam, welcome to our show, and
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good,
Thank you, Pindaji, for having
good,
us.
perfect, good. So as my understanding is that Saheli plans to expand its board of directors as well as the advisory committee. So before we get into those nitty gritty, Supriya, if you can talk a little bit about how the demand has been for Saheli services.
Absolutely, yes. So in past few years, we have been seeing increased demands, for our services. And part of the reason for that has been our greater outreach. So we had been fortunate to increase our staff resources. And because of that, we have been reaching out to different towns, different communities. And that, then brings us all these more cases than we get to hear about. So on average, we're looking at, more than 200 clients, 200 survivors that we have been helping, and the need is only
So
growing.
200 on annual basis, or how is it?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay,
So more
okay.
than 200 people, survivors that we are helping every year. Month to month basis, we look at about 80 to 90 survivors, and then we get, calls every time. More of which are now referrals, I would say, because in, global pandemic times now, our survivors are locked in the house with their abuser. So
Mhm.
they don't have an opportunity to, call us or come visit us, which they could do previously. So now we are hearing, from, the police departments of different towns, we're getting referrals from different domestic violence organizations in the area. So yes, a lot of need, there is greater demand. There's certain kind of services they're always looking for. So, one of them is the housing assistance. So Neelam ji is, helping us chairing that committee, and we're looking at, a place where we could actually have our survivors stay. And that is one area we are actively working on. The other area, very important, is the legal assistance. So be it, the restraining orders, or we're talking about, divorce cases, child protection, or transnational abandonment, where sometimes the spouse, just leave their wives, the spouse in India, and just take their passports and come back alone, and just leave them behind without any documentation. So the variety of cases and the need is only growing.
Okay. Now, Neelam, can you talk a little bit about the housing problem faced by these cases?
Right. I think if you remember, Mishaji, when we did our Nirbhaya last year, our one of the main reasons that we wanted to raise some money was for the housing situation. So Saheli doesn't have so far any housing that we can, put these people middle of the night, So we have been talking about it. What kind of system should we set up? So the best that we have decided right now would be putting these people in extended stay places right now, because having a shelter for Saheli is very tough right now because it has a lot of legal implications. We need to have a physically somebody managing the housing. So the best that Saheli can do right now is to put them into extended stay places. And we have connection with certain hotels. They have given us really good rates. And I think that we have been talking about it for last 6 months now. And we have connected with people and they have been good to us. So we have signed up with one of the chains for
So,
extended stay hotel.
so Neelam, at a given time, how many people are staying in Saheli provided shelters?
So at this point, sometimes these cases can find their own resources. But right now, Saheli has put, I think there are 4 or 5 families that we are working with right now. They are in the extended stay hotels, and Saheli pays for the rent.
Mhm.
Saheli takes care of everything. They don't have to worry. But I think also the problem is that how long can we make them stay there, So
Sure.
there are other resources that we are looking at that we can move them into, where Saheli pays 80% of the rent, and their own resources can at least pay 20 to 30%, So each case is individual. Um, and that also includes their children's kind of, services, their food, their, whatever they need,
They need.
transportation, legal, anything they need, Saheli has been taken care of.
Okay. Now, Supriya, how the COVID has impacted the demand for Saheli services?
Right, that's a great question, Upendraji. So if we look at our Saheli helpline calls, so there is a decrease in number there. So we're not getting as many calls, on our helpline number from uh, the clients. So that would tell us, oh, maybe the need is declining. We don't have the issue in this times, but on the contrary, the need is actually just rising. It's just the clients are not able to reach out to us. Like I was saying, the abuser is in the same house with them, so they're not able to contact us. So we are doing welfare checks, our current clients, our previous survivors, and reaching out to them, making sure that are they doing okay, are they in any trouble, do they have means to support themselves. And that's where we're getting to know about the challenges that they're facing. And then we're getting a lot of calls, from the police departments, different towns. We're getting referrals from DCF, Departments of Child and Family Services. We're getting referrals from other DV organizations like Dove. We have ATAS, we have REACH. So these are all our partner organizations, and we're getting, a surge in demand, definitely.
And Saheli mostly covers Indians and anyone from South Asia.
Yes.
That is correct. So yeah, our people in scope. So South Asians, yes. So Indian community, Pakistani, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. So these are our focus areas. And if we get clients from other communities as well, we never say no to anyone. We connect them to other organizations that they can better help. Be it, let's say, Portuguese or African or Chinese, other organizations. One area that we have expanded ourselves is within the Arabic community, Arabic speaking community. So now we actually have added 2 staff members who now speak the language, and we are doing different support groups, just for people, from the Middle Eastern community who speak, Arabic language.
And now, after about roughly 200 cases a year, mostly are women, or there are some men too once in a while?
There are some men too. Yes. Yes,
Yes.
that those are there. It's not 50-50. We're not seeing,
Sure,
as many
sure,
men
sure.
as women, but yes, there are some men as well. And we do help men also. So I do want to state that, and, not make it look like Saheli is only to help, women survivors. It is for everyone.
So there are some Sahelas too there in the crowd.
Oh, yes, there are.
Yes, yes,
Good.
yes.
Okay. So now let's talk about your upcoming October 10th event, where
Yeah.
your mission and goal is, of course, to present your annual report, but also try to ask for volunteers to join the board as well as the advisory committee. So let's first start with the advisory committee, Neelam. What is
Yeah.
the role of advisory committee and how it works? How many members you have right now, and how many you wants to expand to?
So right now, we are very lucky to have 13 advisory committee members. I don't think I want to name, I don't want to miss anybody, but they are really good members. So I'm looking for more. Since I think early February, we have been trying to get in touch with them. We did have one Zoom meeting with our current advisory committee members. So we have some new ones that are on the radar right now. So basically, our committee members is the source for Saheli board to do the fundraising. to any kind of programming that Saheli is doing. We are there to help. We are not whatever we do for Saheli is not legally binding, but we are there to help. I think that is our role. And yeah, go ahead.
How many members you have on the advisory committee right now?
Right now I have 13.
And you want to expand it to?
I would love to see, my vision always is to have more people, because, some people always are busy and we cannot, reach them. So I would love to see between 20 and 30.
20
to
and
see
30.
that. Yes, I really would. And I want to call on people from any walks of life. It doesn't matter what you do. If you want to help Saheli in any capacity, please, come and talk to us, talk to Supriya, talk to me, whether they are physicians, whether they are legal people. And actually we are getting some physicians on the board right now, on this committee right now. So there are good people and they're reaching out to us. And I'm really happy to say that we will have a good advisory committee.
And any age group?
Any age group, as long as they are committed to our mission and vision. I think at our annual meeting, we'll be talking about our vision and mission also. I think Supriya will do that. So I'm making a call to everybody out there who's watching this, that we are looking to get you in our committee and see what you can do for us.
Okay. Supriya, what about a board of directors? That is much more, that's the legal entity of Saheli, right?
Yes.
Right. So the board of directors do have fiduciary responsibilities to the organization. We currently have 9 members on our board, and we are also looking for active volunteers who could join our board of directors membership. We do have requirement that people who want to be on the board of directors volunteer for us 3 to 6 months, so we could see that we all could work together. The reason being that, Saheli, we are a small organization. Previously, it was primarily volunteer-led. And in past few years, we have been able to make, many additions to the staff, but still our board works in tandem with staff. And, the board members are the governance leg, of our programs. So, we want us, to work together. It's a close-knit family. And, we are also looking for, active members in the community who believe in our mission, who are passionate for the cause, who want to help the disadvantaged, come join us, in the board and help, take our programs further, help us achieve the mission.
So now for both the advisory committee as well as for the board, it is open to both men and women. Anyone can join.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I would encourage more men. I want more men in our board membership because, when we talk about these causes, somehow it makes more impact if, men says it and we have men as our allies than, we all women have been saying all this time. Yeah, so, right. We actually have one male person on the board currently. So Alvin Mullen, he is one of our board members and joined our board June of last year.
Okay. What about the advisory committee? How is the composition?
I'm really glad you asked me that question, because this time I'm going after a lot of men, and some of them are willing to join. It's just that sometimes I feel that men feel that Saheli is a woman's problem. It's not. I think we have to realize that it takes 2 to tangle, right? So we really need men as well as women. So I am going after some men to really join our advisory committee.
Do you have any men in advisory board today or no?
We do. We have Ramesh Advani right now. He has been with us for a long time. I'm glad you asked me. And then I think that, and then we have Mahesh Parliwala. So we have two right now.
Dr. David Ludwig.
David Ludwig. Sorry, thank you.
Yeah.
He's a big one. Sorry, I just missed his name. Yes, so we have 3 on our committee right now.
Okay, so now let us talk about Supriya, about the annual report and the meeting on October 10th. What's going to happen and how it is going to happen?
Yeah, so we are very excited about our annual meeting. A lot of preparation going underway, and we have Neelam ji, heading that preparation program as well. At the annual meeting, we are going to announce our new revised vision for Saheli, we're also going to share our new mission that we have in place. Other than that, we'll be talking about our strategic vision. So for the next 3 years, what are our strategic goals that we would be undertaking? So that is part of the program. Other than talking about, the activities, what have you accomplished in the past 1 year, primarily since we met everybody, at Nirbhaya. That was December 8, 2019. So 10 months has passed. What did we do? What did we accomplish in 10 months? Who are our partners? Who are our grantors? What foundation grants, are supporting us. So we want to thank them. And also talk about all these new programs that we have created. So like we are now serving Arabic community. So, we want to announce that and talk about what we have accomplished in that area.
So how did you get involved with the Arabic community?
Yes, that's a good question. So we actually have been getting a lot of cases from that community. So, we do serve Pakistani community in Bangladesh,
Sure.
the Muslim community, from the beginning. And then in addition to that, we started getting more cases, from more Middle Eastern, that area as well. But we did not have the language skills. We have a lot of Hindi, Urdu, Tamil, Telugu, Gujarati, Bengali, like most of Indian languages, but not for Arabic community. And, when we looked around, there are not as many DV organizations serving that piece. There is more need, to have more organizations. So we wanted to help them because culturally there are some similarities if we talk about patriarchal society, the gender inequality a little bit. So I think we help, we understand that piece of it. So we could relate to what they were going through, but we just could not speak the language. So we
Now,
used
how many paid staff members Saheli has today?
Yes, so we actually have two types, of staff now. So we have some on payroll, and then we also have, some consultants, contractors who work with us. So, on the DV advocate side, so we have 4 new staff members that joined this year. So we have Dipali and Lopa, Madeline, and Aisha, who are DV advocates, and then we have Renu Tiwari, who is the DV program manager.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we have our 2 co-executive directors at Saheli, so Rita Shah and Divya Chaturvedi, who started late 2018 as the executive directors. So that's 7 people here, and then we have 1 more member, Priya Murli. She is our marketing coordinator and also helps with writing grants. So 8 people in total right now, and then we have some consultants who provide specific services. So we have mental therapist who's providing weekly sessions at our support groups. We have like yoga coach at times, and then we hire for specific programs.
Sure. Neelam, if you can talk a little bit about on October 10th, is this meeting open to everyone, or how the meeting will be conducted on October 10th?
It is, yes, it is open to everyone. And we are already registered, I think, close to 50 plus people. And then the program is, of course, Supriya will tell you more about it, but I can tell you that my job is to introduce our advisory committee people. We have a couple of people. Actually, we have a speaker. Supriya, her name is Tram. She's a person from where, Supriya?
Vietnam. Yes.
Vietnam, yes. So she'll be speaking for us, and then she's from a domestic abuse background, and she's a rep from, if I remember right, from
Essex, 18th district. Yes.
Okay.
So yes.
So she'll be speaking, and then we have Puranji saying few words for us. He's
Purandang.
Puranji, yeah,
Sure.
Purandang. He's our ambassador for Saheli this year. He came and talked to us after Nirbhaya, and I'm so thankful to him that he really approached us, and we are looking forward to hearing from him. And then we have Poppy. She will be doing a beautiful poetry. She has written a beautiful poetry in Hindi. It's amazing. It's to the heart, when if you hear it, you will feel how beautiful it is. I want to mention Tanu Basu. She's part of this annual meeting. She, myself, and Supriya, we have really put this program together. Without her, I don't think we should be able to do what we are doing right now. And then Tanu has also a poetry. She'll be speaking about her poetry at the end. And then what else do we have, Supriya?
That covers, yeah.
That covers, and then of course
pieces.
Supriya's annual report, which will be exciting
Yeah,
to
Yes.
to look.
Right. Yeah. So we will have our co-executive directors, presenting, pieces of that, of the programs that they lead.
Okay. Now, before we conclude this interview, just wanted to make sure that we are clear, those people who do not understand that this Zoom meeting, this will be a virtual meeting, and anybody who is interested can join the meeting.
Yes.
Right? It's
Absolutely.
not limited. It is.
Absolutely. So through this medium, I actually want to say to the community that, please do join us at the virtual meeting that we're going to have. This is open for all. And we really would like to see, volunteers, community members who are passionate for the cause. We're also looking forward to have our previous board members who have served on Saheli before to join us, with the advisory, with the board, or active volunteers from before. So yes, it is, open for all, come join us, hear what we have been up to. And if you have a little bit of time that you could spare, then we would love to see you, either on the board membership or advisory committee, whichever way that works.
Right. We have also invited Consul General of India, Randir Jaswal. If he cannot make it personally, he will send us a message according to what I hear. So we have done everything that we could, and we just want people to join now.
And now to end this, every great cause needs money, right? It needs support. So how you are doing about the fundraising and everything to run the Saheli smoothly? Is that part of the agenda too or no? Fundraising.
And I don't think in this annual meeting we are doing that. But yes, I think the thing is out there. Saheli always needs money. We are writing grants. We are trying to get funding from the other sources. But our community, we really need to ask them, please come forward, and whatever you can donate to us goes to a good cause.
So if anybody on the annual meeting comes and look, I have $10,000 or $20,000 to donate to Saheli, you will not say no to that, right?
We will not say no. We will open our hands and just say, please give it to us.
Okay. Neelam, thank you very much. And Supriya, thank you very much. And looking forward to annual meeting of Saheli on October 10th.
Thank you so much, Upendra.
It was great.
Thank you for
Thank you
having us.
Thank you.